Black coffee with a side of tea starts now only on Stunner Radio.
Hey guys, we are back from break. We took 2 weeks to get ourselves together and enjoy Thanksgiving with our families. And I hope you enjoyed Thanksgiving with your families. You ate all that food. I hope it's not in the freezer. I hope it's not in the freezer because it's not good anymore. So go ahead and throw it out like Clyde says. Go ahead and throw it out by Saturday. It was already too bad. So you should be still eating on turkey, dressing, and all that other good stuff. But now it's time for Christmas. So make sure you go ahead and shop if you haven't. Just go ahead and order it on Amazon. They'll ship it to you. You have it on the day of Christmas. But I want to bring in my girls for the sister check-in, the number one stunner, and of course, my baby girl, Zozo. Come on, ladies.
Hey, hey, hey.
Hey!
Welcome back.
Long time. It feels so long.
I know
Yeah, it's been a long time.
it has been a long time. It has been a long time, but glad to be back.
Absolutely.
We needed that 2 weeks. I know I did.
Yeah.
I know I did because I came back sick from my cruise. So
Oh,
no.
yeah, I had the flu. So I came back sick.
You
But-
end up having the flu?
Mhm.
Oh, T baby. I'm glad you're feeling better. I know the flu and COVID and like something else, RSV has been running around this town like no tomorrow. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
yes.
Yep.
Because I think I was sick. I think I was sick like right before I had my baby shower on the 12th.
Oh, okay.
That week prior to that, I was messed up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So how was y'all week or 2 weeks? Because now we're not doing a week, we're doing 2 weeks. How was y'all 2 weeks?
It's been a long 2 weeks for me, y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all this until I drop this little baby. I've just been trying to really prepare for this little baby and just take care of everything that I need to, and just make sure I have everything I need because once I drop this baby, I'm going on a whole new lifestyle. Okay, I'm gonna start juicing.
Okay.
I'm gonna start weight watching and dropping weight, trying to get fine. You know what they say, foin. I'm gonna be foin. Yeah.
Foin.
I got my last semester of school, so I'm really like looking forward to processing and prepping everything for the new year. Really, that's really where I'm at. I'm just trying to make sure I change my style right now before everything comes to a head, because I'm on a mission. As soon as this baby come, I'm gonna be on a whole new mission.
Oh, look at we on a mission.
Yes.
Together.
Yes.
What
But
about
yeah,
you, Lisa?
I had a couple of great weeks. I had my baby shower that turned out.
Oh,
really
that's
nice.
right. I hate I missed it.
It's
It was-
okay.
It was the day that I was shipping out,
I know.
and I saw the pictures, and I was like, "Oh, it's so pretty."
It came out really nice. The little jungle theme. Everything was fine. It was good. I got everything exactly how I saw it. That's how it came to. So I was really happy about that.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Preparing for the little one.
Yeah, pretty much. That's about it. I'll be out of breath sometimes, but I'll be okay.
Absolutely. Lisa, what about you?
It's a long story.
It's
It's time for me.
a long story. However, it's good. Like I think the last 2 weeks, really the last week, I have had the most interesting week of my entire life. Like
What?
literally, I have had some of the highest highs and some of the lowest lows on the same damn week at the same damn time.
Oh,
I've just
wow.
been like overwhelmed in a good way. But then
Right.
what the hell? Like it's just been a lot. So
Okay.
I don't know. I'm just at this
Here.
point, I'm just along for the ride.
I know that's right.
Long for the ride. Okay. All right. Well, those highs be really good, and them lows can be when you say it was really low. It brings a reality check at the same time. So
Yeah, but for me, the lows make me realize, okay, Satan, I see you. I see
Mhm.
Mhm,
your bald
mhm.
headed ass.
Yeah,
I
I feel like they humble me. I feel like they
yeah,
humble me a
Absolutely,
lot when I go through
absolutely.
my low lows. They really humble me and make you see things from a different perspective because it's like I know you trying to get to me.
But you
I
not
know it. I know it. I just know it. I feel it in my
right.
soul. You know, but it's okay because
Absolutely,
I'm processing and persevere. Let's go. You
yes.
know, so
absolutely,
that's how I really how I've been processing a lot of my lows lately.
absolutely. That's a good way to process it.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. That's a perfect way to process it.
Awesome, awesome, ladies. So for me, when we left, I was going on a cruise. I was leaving that Sunday,
Mm-hmm.
and it was cold. So it was cold when I left. I had on warm up pants. I had tennis shoes because we were walking. We were gonna do. When I tell you, I walked till there was that I didn't know I could walk that much. That's how much walking I did. Everything was walking. I'll never ever drag my own luggage again onto the boat. I will let them check it in
Baby.
because I lost pounds dragging two suitcases and a backpack on my
All
back
your shit.
and a hanging bag.
Oh, wow.
I was like, every time we was getting ready to I thought we was getting ready to stop. It was like for 2 seconds, and then we was moving again. I said, Lord, have mercy. That was the
Mm-hmm.
fastest I've ever loaded on a boat. I've never loaded that fast on a boat. I usually had to sit and wait for my letter to be called, but they was loading that boat like this. I was on that boat by 11:30 a.m.
Now let me ask you this: did you get sick after like once you came home from the boat, or
Yeah.
like at
Hmm.
the end of the boat?
Yep. When I came home from the boat, I had a sore throat. It was raining and cold.
The weather. It was definitely the weather.
It was
Did you?
raining and cold when I came home from the cruise. It was wet. It was really cold. It was like super cold outside. It
Yeah.
was really wet outside. I didn't bring a coat. I didn't want to pack a coat, you
Mm-hmm.
know. And so that's how I ended up getting sick. And then it got worse when I got home. So as soon as I got home, I started feeling worse. I had a sore throat. Um, then I was waking up with my nose running and stuff. So I had to go get me some Theraflu
Of
and some
course.
cough drops and drinking hot tea and making sure I was good.
I
Cause,
know
but
that's
yeah,
right. It's
but
the
yeah,
hot tide. It's the hot toddies for me, baby.
right. So yeah, it was so much fun. I would recommend anybody going on a cruise, especially with a big family. That's the best vacation that for the bang for your buck is to go on a cruise. It was so much fun. I didn't sleep like I slept when I came home, but
I know
when
that's right. That's how a vacation should be. You sleep when
it
you
was
get
so fun.
home,
I
honey.
met so many cool people. So that was the highlight of my 2 weeks. I got a chance to. I didn't do too much for Thanksgiving because I was sick,
Yeah.
and so I did venture out for a little bit, but I didn't do a whole lot for Thanksgiving because I wasn't feeling well. I knew I wasn't gonna cook anything because I was feeling bad.
Well, me on the other hand, I think I outdid myself this year. Cause baby, we had a time that day.
You
Okay.
had a time that day on Thanksgiving.
Yes, I cooked everything
You
you could
better
think
have a
of.
time on
Yes, I cooked
Thanksgiving.
everything you could think of. I know I probably shouldn't have cooked all that food, but I definitely did dressing, greens,
Ooh,
potato salad,
ooh,
squash,
ooh.
yams, macaroni and cheese, broccoli and cheese, and we had a deep fried turkey, and Mike had a ham. But we had a good time. I made two pecan pies and a red velvet cake, and I just threw down.
Man,
I was hungry. I was so hungry.
that sounds very tiring to me because I remember Thanksgiving preparing and being in the kitchen, and you don't really get to sleep because 3 a.m. you waking up trying to make sure turkey ain't burned and
Yeah.
trying to make sure you baste it and all. I don't miss that.
Well, see, this is what we did do. We got a indoor deep fryer, I
Uh,
would definitely suggest anybody get one of those because it didn't take but an hour and a half to cook it with that
Okay.
thing. So that worked out good for us.
No, I think it's time for me to just go get plates from people's house. I've done most
Okay, okay,
of the cooking.
okay.
I'm gonna just plate collect. I'm just gonna go get plates and containers of when I know you can cook good food. That's my job now. Is just to go get plates because I never had that opportunity to go get plates. Um, and then from there. So we're gonna take a break because we're gonna take a few minutes break and we're gonna come back with the social media stories of the week and the one that is the most talked about social media stories of
Ooh,
the week.
ooh,
And then we'll be
ooh.
right back.
Has your path to success been blocked by lack of training, outdated skills, or just feeling like you can't keep up with advanced technology? We have a solution for you. TT Innovative Solutions can help get you on track and assist you with the skills and services you need to achieve your goals. If you need website design, virtual conference hosting, technical skills development, help desk support, and more, TT Innovative Solutions has got you covered, and they're here to teach, train, innovate, and solve. Visit ttinnovate.com today for more information or to book an appointment. And don't forget to mention Stunner Radio sent you. If you live in Houston and surrounding areas and are in need of quality childcare, contact Cuckoo's Treasures today. We provide professional childcare in a caring and nurturing environment. Do you work second or third shift or don't have a typical schedule? Cuckoo's Treasures can assist you. We're open 24 hours and some weekends. Give us a call today at 346-313-9064. And don't forget to mention Stunner Radio sent you.
All right, and we are back.
Hey,
All
hey.
right. And we got the number one stunner back on the screen, baby. Yes.
Hey,
Yes.
everybody. Oh, yes. Oh, so I heard while I was away, Zozo threw down in the kitchen. Okay, Zozo.
Yeah. Yeah. Whipping up.
Yeah, whipping it in the kitchen.
Was whipping it.
Whole
Everything.
nine. And I had like 7 plates for Thanksgiving. I've never been able to say that. I had like literally 7 plates.
I'm going to just be honest. I would love to be pregnant during Thanksgiving. Oh,
Yeah,
my
right.
that was fun. That was fun.
Because pregnant
get
eating
this?
is the best eating in the world.
Because you get to indulge.
Yes.
And the
Oh, when
hunger
you
be
indulge
different.
at that, I was
It-
stuffed.
Your hunger is definitely different.
Yeah, the hunger be different.
It be different, and you get to all
You
of the food
enjoy
is
it.
not
I feel
going
like
to
you enjoy it a lot more too,
Yeah.
because I was like, oh, yes,
do.
the whole day.
You
Like,
do. The food. It
Exactly.
seems like the food tastes so good when you're pregnant, like because you be so hungry, and then when you eat, it just be so good.
it was just delicious. I was like, oh my god,
7
I
plates.
did that. We did that. Okay, cool. Yeah.
Well, that. I don't know if that ship will ever come by again for me.
Okay. Me either, baby.
Well, I cooked. I cooked my usual, but this is the first time that. So people who know me know that I love me some cranberry sauce. I will eat cranberry sauce all the time throughout the year, especially with the whole berries in it. I don't like the jelly kind. I like the whole
Oh,
berry.
well, we ain't friends then, because I
So
like the.
My grandma
the
liked that
jelly.
one too.
I don't need them berries. I'm sorry.
I love the berries. So this year I made my own. I made homemade cranberry sauce,
Oh,
and let me
wow.
tell you, it was so good.
Come
Wow.
on.
I would
Yeah.
never eat it out the can ever again.
That's interesting. Okay.
That is interesting.
That's
It was good.
interesting.
It was good. I was making more dressing just so I could eat my cranberry sauce.
Yeah, I think that's the best dish that I made this year was the dressing. It was the
Oh, dressing.
block.com.
Ooh,
The bomb. And I don't know about y'all, but I don't use stovetop stuff for Thanksgiving.
Well, I don't,
Period.
sweetie. I learned from old school. You
Yeah,
make
cornbread.
your cornbread first,
Mhm.
and then
You know, I like both. I'm not gonna even front. I like my homemade, but for whatever reason, I love me some stovetop. I don't know why. It's so good to me. But see, the star of my table, everybody who ever ate Thanksgiving with me is always looking for one thing from my table, and that is my yams.
Oh,
My
yeah.
yams are the best.
Yeah.
So
Gotta get to the yams.
Yeah,
Yeah.
candy yams and dressing,
Yeah.
hands down. Like I
Yeah.
put marshmallows on top of my yams, so you know,
Okay.
a little bit delicious.
I don't put marshmallows on mine, but mine be so freaking good. They be like glazed. They be glazed.
Oh yeah, that's the
I
best
use a
yams right
whole
there.
lot of
With
butter.
glaze.
Yes.
Ooh, come
A
on.
whole
A
lot
lot
of
of
butter.
butter, a whole lot of sugar.
Y'all making me hungry again.
All right.
Yes.
That's some
So-
candy yams.
Yes. Me and my boys, we had probably about 3 or 4 plates of just yams, mac and cheese, and dressing. I mean, I'm looking at their plate. I'm like, oh, y'all ain't studying the greens or the green beans. Y'all just on the
Right.
that's all we was on.
I'm talking about. I got turkey necks, boned, like just falling off the bones in the greens. And
Oh,
I'm still worried about the yams and the dressing. It was so good. It was just
right.
so good.
That's some good food.
Yeah, it was
Y'all
really
making
good.
me hungry because I had a plate, but my best friend cooked, and I appreciate that
Thank you, Jamie.
because she wasn't feeling good, and she
Oh.
still cooked. So she had the flu too. She had the flu. Her baby got the flu.
Oh,
Couple
wow.
people in my family got the flu. We was like it was the flu was
Flew
going
out the
around.
game.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I'm
So
glad everybody is in good health, has good health now.
if you
and
haven't got your flu shot, I would definitely suggest you getting it because that will keep you from being as sick. I could have been sicker had I not gotten my flu shot.
Oh,
I'm
right.
glad.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm glad I got it.
You know,
'Cause that
it's so
kept-
funny. It's so funny you say that. I had to cut you off. It's so funny that you say that because I'm not a big fan of flu shots and the boosters and all that stuff. Like I'm not a big fan of that stuff. I really just try to stay away from people like sickly people, you know.
But you don't know that all the
The
time.
more you go in public, people like
Yeah.
doing all that, and it's like, oh my god, like I start
Yeah.
hyperventilating. Like y'all don't understand. I feel like a germaphobe at this point because I'm like,
Yeah.
I am gonna hurt somebody.
Mm-hmm.
I get sick from a stranger, coughing all on me, standing all over me. I'm gonna have a real problem with these people. So
Oh yeah.
I keep my mask on, I keep my baby mask on, and you know, try to stay cool. Try to stay
Right.
cool another
Well,
way.
I'm with you on that. Like I've become a germaphobe too. Each time I hear somebody coughing, I'm looking at them like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, why are you in public?
If you know if you're gonna cough more than 3 times in a row, you need to be at home.
Not counting the cough.
She counting how many times you cough.
Absolutely, because I'm gonna look up at
'Cause
you
we
like,
could all,
okay,
you
that
know,
was strike one.
Swallow some spit wrong.
That was strike two. You coughed
Right.
again. Okay.
I
Yeah.
was about to cough
Your
when I started getting
throat get
well.
dry. But
I
that's
feel like
one
you can-
cough. And you
I feel
have
like you
multiple
can hear the
coughs.
difference. I feel like you
You
can hear the
can.
difference. You can hear if it's a wet cough. You can
Oh,
hear
yeah,
if it's a dry
absolutely.
cough, like somebody just trying to clear their throat. But you start giving me those wet coughs and doing
Oh,
all
yeah.
of that, like, okay, strike one, strike
Yes.
two, strike three. You're sick. Why are you in public like that? That's
Right.
a problem. You should not want to be around people.
Right.
I start talking shit.
you know,
Like,
people-
now you know
people-
you wrong for coming in public like that, touching on all of this stuff.
People don't care no more.
At all. They're just like, I gotta get out. You need to sit your sick
You
ass
don't.
at home.
Exactly.
They trying to be outside,
No.
even though they sick.
They can
You
be
want to be
outside in their
outside.
own backyard. Go to your
Yeah,
outside.
go outside in your backyard, please, or the front porch.
Mhm. But
Please.
Exactly.
so I just want to thank everybody who's been watching our replays because we have started taking time off. Now it's been a tradition since Stunner Radio that we take the last 2 weeks of the year. So y'all knew that was coming. Like the last 2 weeks of the year, ain't nobody, we doing replay. But we started a little early. I started a little early with the replays. And I just want to thank everybody who's been actually watching the replays and commenting and keep continuing your support. I really appreciate that.
Yes, we definitely appreciate it. That means a lot to us. That means we have great content and you guys enjoy watching it more than one time. So we really appreciate it.
And we're touching people.
Girlfriend,
and that's the whole point. You know, we want to connect with people. We want people to see themselves on this broadcast. You know, we want them to know that we are your girlfriend. We're your good girlfriend on Saturday night. So
exactly.
I'm glad that you guys is hanging in there with us. So speaking of good girlfriends, really not good girlfriends. Speaking of thinking you got a good
conversation of girlfriends, good girlfriends.
Right.
I hate to get to this story, but I do want to get to this story because we've been talking about it while we've been on break. Like, I can't wait to talk about this story.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I want to play a little quick, brief video before we get into it.
Right.
It was the perfect warm weather getaway until something terrible happened, and 25-year-old Shanquella Robinson wound up dead in Mexico.
I just sit back and wait on God, because like I say, she's going to get justice.
On October 28th, Shanquella traveled from her home in North Carolina to Mexico with 6 friends. They'd booked a villa in Cabo. These are images taken from a disturbing video circulating online. Her father confirms to CNN the video shows Shanquella being thrown to the floor and beaten on the head. It's unclear when the video was taken or if it depicts the moment she suffered the fatal injury. According to a copy of the death certificate obtained by CNN affiliate WSOC, Shanquella's cause of death was severe spinal cord injury and atlas luxation, which is instability or excessive movement in the uppermost neck vertebrae. The death certificate also notes that just about 15 minutes passed between the time she was injured and her death.
We just waiting for someone to be arrested.
Originally, the people Shanquella was traveling with, who her parents say were all friends from college, told her parents Shanquella died from alcohol poisoning.
Something is not adding up right here.
Not adding up because prosecutors in Mexico say evidence shows the death resulted from a direct attack, not an accident, and involved one of Shanquella's female friends. The suspect has not been named and no one has been charged, but Mexican authorities confirm an arrest warrant has been issued for the crime of femicide, the killing of a woman because of her gender.
If you know Quilla, she always get her way. So she's going to get justice, so I'm not worried about that. I'm more so disappointed that she was around people that she thought were her friends.
The FBI is investigating, and Mexican prosecutors are looking to extradite the suspect once they locate her. Shanquella's mother had spoken with her daughter the day before she died and said she sounded happy.
She was laughing and talking and said a chef was getting ready to cook them some tacos. And I said, well, okay, enjoy yourself. Love you. I will talk to you tomorrow. And I never spoke with her again.
Shanquella was a student at Winston-Salem State University in North Carolina. Her father says she loved gymnastics and also had her own hair braiding business. Her parents say she had a heart of gold and never mistreated anybody. Hundreds turned out to pay their respects at Shanquella's funeral. Her parents are vowing to be her voice and fight for justice as they try to move forward without what her father calls his only jewel.
Wow.
Very disheartening.
Yeah, I have so many questions about this. I have so many thoughts about this and just a few unsettling things about this for me.
Absolutely.
Because we on vacation. I'm not spending thousands of dollars to fight and argue with you.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna argue with you while I see a beach out there. Like, I'm not finna fight you.
Exactly.
My friend.
Right. Right.
But you know, it's so much. I feel like it's so much to unpack here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the first thing that comes to my mind is that I don't know, she went on this trip and apparently she paid for a lot of the trip. I don't know if she paid for all of the trip. She paid for a lot of the trip. But the fact that when we first talked about this, we talked about the fact that her friends got on the plane and brought their ass home while her body was still in Mexico. So we already knew something was not right.
Absolutely.
Okay, but let's rewind a little bit. Let's rewind a little bit, because after they got into that fight, they also put clothes on this girl's body.
They dressed her.
They got her dressed for the doctor to come see her.
What?
Oh yeah, you must haven't been paying attention to what's going on.
I didn't see that part. I didn't know about that.
So I sent the video of them fighting, and like T Baby could see, like it looked like she was stuck at the end of the video. It looked like she couldn't really move. But after that, they got her dressed, called the doctors. The doctor told them, like, hey, she's alive, but she need to go to the hospital. And they were pretty much like, no, we're not trying to take her to the hospital.
Well, I saw the video that you sent, and for some reason it won't play. I've been working on it for the longest, trying to get it to play, because I think, it's hard to watch. And it's only a few seconds.
It's hard to watch.
But you and I know, like, first of all, once you get in your 20s, let alone 30s, you're not fighting no more. Like, what?
No,
we don't do that. So as I looked at the video clip, I don't know about y'all, but that person hated her. That was not her friend.
Oh yeah,
definitely
absolutely. That was pure
hate.
Meditation. It was premeditated. They knew this was an opportunity for them to take revenge or whatever they had going on in their heart against Shanquella, and they took it out on her, because the way the person was hitting her was rage.
It's terrible. And picked her up, threw her.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Slung her around. But my thing is, she didn't fight you back. She never was fighting you back. You continued to fight on this person, knowing that they were not fighting you back.
Right. That's
the cameraman continued to film this, knowing and saying that she is not fighting him back or her back. You knew this.
So I guess that's another part that stood out to me. Who the fuck is filming? Because first of all, if somebody beat me like that, put the phone down and stop this shit.
Especially if you've been my best friend for over 5 years, eating and coming to my mama and daddy house and all of this. If you've been doing all of that all these years, you my friend. I think you my friend.
Right.
But when you stand there and watch me get my ass whooped and then saying it in the camera, in the video,
like, fight back?
This is also a man that's fighting me. So you not gonna help me fight this nigga?
Oh,
that's my question.
Part, I mean, for me, I'm kind of glad the video wouldn't play, because I'm not gonna lie to you, watching it kind of triggered me a little bit, because anybody who ever been hit, that feeling never leaves you. It is hard,
absolutely,
to be hit like that, and especially from the hands of somebody who you think love you, care about you. That right there is a very, very traumatic situation. And for people who say, "Oh, I would have fought back," now when you're in shock, you don't even know what the fuck going on.
Yeah,
like, why are you hitting me? Like, what's going on?
Right. That's you initially in shock, because you're trying to figure out, like, what has led you to want to throw blows to me in my head, in my face, and to sling and just to keep beating on me. And you see that I'm incapacitated. You can see that she was incapacitated, sitting on that floor, and that person kept hitting her in her head.
I agree, and I feel like initially when it started, from where the video started filming, there was no direct conversation about what triggered that what started that. It wasn't any rage or arguing back and forth. It wasn't like that. It was pretty much like Deja was like, okay, fuck it, and then just went in for it. So I can understand what you're saying about the initial shock. I agree with that. But for my friend to continue to record this, sitting there, you an accessory to murder
So
at
it was
this
like
point.
3 people in the room watching this take place.
Yeah,
And I agree
y'all
with
are
you.
accessories to murder when you
Exactly.
put clothes on this girl. For the doctor to come in and when you refuse treatment for this girl, y'all accessories to this.
Right.
Absolutely.
It's no
Absolutely.
longer just this femicide person that's attacking her. It's no longer just that.
Right.
And
Exactly.
another thing that kind of pissed me off is that had the tables been turned and it been an LBGT community, this is a hate crime.
Exactly.
What the fuck is taking so long?
Right. Right.
The point. That's my point.
Mexico, FBI, CIA, whoever. What the fuck is taking so long?
Well,
That's
first
my
and
point.
foremost, it's a Black woman. So, you know, in their eyes, it's kind of like, okay, and
But
Right.
again,
you know,
had it
and
been an
secondly,
LBGT community, it would have been categorized as a whole different ball game.
It'd have been shut down.
and that's sad.
It's very sad.
It's
very,
That's
crazy.
sad
very
because
sad.
you're right. You're right. This was a hate crime. You can look at the video.
Yeah. I'm mad they calling it femicide at this point.
Right. I've actually never heard that term used ever.
Me
I've
either.
never heard.
Femicide, I've never heard it either.
I've never heard the term used, and so that to me is just kind of like why we got to categorize it into something else when technically they were trying to kill her, basically. You know, you beating me to kill me, and then you literally do because you break my neck, you break my spine, like you was deliberately doing this stuff.
And you also told my parents that it was alcohol poisoning.
So you lied to
See,
my
that's the
parents.
part for me. That's the part for me. Even if you say, okay, we got into a situation, we got into a fight, I lost my temper and it went too far. But when you lied, that's when it made me feel like you did this purposely. It was a setup, it was premeditated. You knew you was gonna do this.
Yeah.
Because to lie and cover it up, put clothes on somebody, what the hell? What is
Right.
this? Like, it's sad to me. It's
It's
sad.
very sad. It's very sad.
It's extremely sad. It's ridiculous at this point. And I know I seen like after they put out an arrest warrant for I think her name is Deja. I think Deja or something like that. This person is like, I'm not telling my story unless I'm getting paid for it. Baby, if you go to, they put out an arrest for your, they put out a warrant for your arrest.
Exactly.
You're not getting any money from the fucking feds.
Wait a minute. This
You're
the
not
person
getting
that
any
was-
money.
This the person that was beating on her? Talking
Yes.
about
Yes.
Yes. You're
Not
not
even
you're not
paid.
gonna be able to go viral and go live about your story and get paid for your story if they have an arrest out, if they have a warrant out for your arrest. That's not happening.
Right. Exactly.
well, you know,
My
what I
thing
would
is, why,
say,
why would you do that?
you know, I
That's
for
crazy
me,
to me.
it's crazy, but I feel like let this be a lesson because
Absolutely.
there's some
Yeah.
people that might be around you that hate your ass.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Hate you. And
Hate your guts.
sometimes we can feel that something ain't right, but we keep trying with people. We keep trying.
Come on.
You can feel something ain't right. Believe that. Go with
Absolutely.
your gut.
Your
I don't give a damn if it's
never
a
lie.
family member. I don't care who it is. When every time that person come around and you feel something just ain't right with them, their spirit be off with you. It's like their spirit is always worn with you, but they smiling and laughing and talk about, hey friend. But it's something that you feel that's off.
Exactly.
It ain't
Go
worth
with
it.
that feeling.
Yes.
Yep. Your gut would
You
never
really
lie
have to.
to you. Your intuition would never lie to you about how you feel about somebody that you think is your friend. And we just remember we talked about this not too long ago on another show is know who your friends are, especially when you going on an overseas trip or even when you in the US or in your state.
Yeah,
People
because they're not
will
gonna
call
do
you
it.
their friend. They'll say that they're your friend, but they have no good intentions for you. They deliberately want to see you demise.
See, that's the word right there. Good intentions. And what is your intent toward me? Because
Right.
see, I don't give a damn what come out your mouth. I don't care what you
That
post on
part.
social media. Oh, I just love her. She an inspiration. What the fuck is your intention, goddamn it? You know, that's what I'm going on.
That
What
part.
is your
I agree.
intention toward me? And if your intention toward me is not good, you are no longer in my circle, and that's just what it is.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I feel like some people tend to ignore
They
that
ignore the signs
feeling.
because the signs
They
been there the whole
ignore it.
time. You can't tell me that Deja didn't show signs that she had ill intentions towards Chinquilla. I know she did.
But see, we make it this another. I'm glad you brought that up, T baby, because this another thing I don't like about Black culture. We make people being kind of catty and messy and all that.
Mm-mm.
It's like normalized.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
It's
normalized
not.
when your friend be like, "Oh, ugly self. Oh, girl with your old black hair. Oh, bald
Yeah, you
head.
don't like me. You
Uh-uh.
don't like me.
Right.
Yeah. Don't do that. Don't do that."
Mm-hmm.
And I think that when we normalize it so much, a person
Yes.
can't tell. They feel like,
Yeah,
oh, that's
you
my
tend to
friend. That's just
ignore
how
it.
she is.
Yeah, you tend to ignore it.
Yep.
Yes.
But she been
Yes.
telling you the whole time.
Yeah.
And she been telling. So what the backstory that I was telling Zoe, the backstory that I found out is that they all had gotten from hearsay had gotten PPE loans to start businesses. And
Wow.
Shanquilla's business with her PPE loan. So her business is booming and yours didn't. So that's a jealousy thing right there because your business is taking off. I didn't took out this loan and my business ain't doing what your business doing. We already know braiding hair is gonna be a booming business because everybody want their hair braided. That's a prevalent money lucrative business because everybody gonna want their hair braided. Kids, aunties, mamas, even men going there and gonna get their hair braided.
But you know, I this is news to me about the PPE on loans.
I know that was
I
new to
didn't know
me
that
too.
part. But you know, the
I didn't.
killer part is how the hell all these mom people getting these loans? It's crazy. Like I have a whole business and I tried to get one, couldn't get it. How in the hell
I'm just
all these people
saying
got these loans?
it was in the news for there was some
Scammers.
actual actors who got that PPE
It's
loan.
the scammers.
And the crazy thing is that when they said life imitates art, the lady that got the PPE loan, she was a scamming in the movie. Like her character
Scammers.
was scamming in the movie, and she got a
Scammers.
PPE loan. I was like, "Is this a life imitating art?" I was like, "Oh
Yes.
my god!"
Big
But
scammers.
yeah,
Big scammers. Yeah.
but
But my thing is, if we all got a PPP loan, why am I the only one that's paying for the trip?
That part.
that part right there, that's the
Because
part
each
right
Also-
one of you, because it
also-
was more than it was 3 guys and 4 girls, if I'm not mistaken.
Why am I the only one funding this trip?
Also, I don't care if you didn't get a PPE loan. If you want to go on this trip, you better contribute in some kind of way, shape, or form. I don't care if you lose your Lone Star
Thank
card.
you.
I don't
Thank
care
you.
what you, baby. Use
Thank
that
you.
SNAP,
Say it again for the
that
ones in the back.
EBT.
Say
honey.
it again for the ones in the back because
Absolutely.
baby girl, you not going nowhere off of
First
my
of all, I'm
dime.
not planning a trip to. I see some coins on deck. Period. Like I'm not putting my
Fuck
credit
that.
card
You ain't
down
going
for
nowhere
nobody.
with me. You ain't going nowhere with me if you ain't got your half, your portion of what needs to be paid.
Yes.
You gonna have to pay that.
Before
Before
let's
you can
talk
even
about
fool
that.
with me.
Let's talk about that in friendships because a lot of people try to make you feel guilty if you got it going on and they don't.
Nope.
I'm sorry
Yes,
for
they
your
do.
hey, baby. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that we might be in different phases in our life. That don't mean you finna ride off my coattail. I'm not gonna be able to do it.
Yeah, because see, okay, so let me recant a little bit. Okay, so I understand if you have a hardship. Okay, I understand if there is a downfall somewhere. Yeah,
Right.
girl, I got points on the flight. I can give you some of my points, and you can ride in first class or catch your flight
Right.
with me. I'm your girl. We got hotel points. We're gonna put the hotel points in, but you still need to come with your portion for this trip.
Exactly. You need to be paying for meals or something. You need to be giving
drinks. You need to get
drinks,
bottles when we
cab
get from the
fare,
airport.
something.
Anything. Do your part.
Uber. You need to be paying for some Uber.
Yeah,
You
do
need
your
to come
part.
out some money, because at the end of the day, I'm not funding a grown person. I'm just
Absolutely
not.
not. Because if that's the
Because
case, you can stay your ass at home.
we all get up and clock in and go to work every day. So if you can clock in and go to work every day like me, then you needs to be paying your portion.
Exactly.
Hey, Mega Ross girl. She says Miss T has the tea.
Yes. Hey, Miss Mega Ross girl.
Yes, Miss T always, baby. T, baby, always got the tea, baby.
Yes.
The tea. I got the tea. We all been getting this particular tea.
Okay.
But what do you think? I was going to ask this question because you saw in the clip that a lot of people came to the funeral and a lot of people are supporting her, and a lot of people feel this story.
Yeah, because that could be their
I was going to say, what do you
grandchild.
think? Why you think so many people feel so strongly about this?
For me, I think because I've been on girls trips. Okay, so for me, my biggest thing is we all came together. We leaving together.
That's my point.
Yeah,
that's a good point. Yeah,
we all leaving together. I don't care if you find you a man or whatever. Our flight leave on a certain day, and we leaving together. Head count around here because we got to get back from Mexico. You know, Mexico is not like a state or two over.
Right.
That's out the country. So we gonna leave together. We gonna come back together. At least one person in the party is gonna leave with you. You know what I mean? Like I couldn't imagine going on a girls trip and leaving one of my friends behind.
Me either. Me either. I can't do it. I can
never do that.
But we already know as of what lately we know these people were not her friends.
Right.
So I guess for me, I really want people to learn how to determine if a person is for you and if they're not. You can't just go by their word. You can't just go by how much they hang out with you. You have to be able to have some type of intuition involved.
Absolutely.
And actions speak louder than words.
Miss Mega Ross girl say all the way in the back, nowhere. Exactly. She just saying that you can't leave without nobody.
Right.
And that was the thing that we did that on the cruise, and we couldn't use our phones because it was very expensive.
Mm-hmm.
But in order for us to keep up with one another, because we went to Mexico too. We went to Belize, we went to Costa Maya, we went to Cozumel. So those are part Mexican countries too. And so in order to be in contact with one another, because we won't know how our cell phone bill. So we use a chat. But it's a communication. If you going on a trip with somebody, you need to make you in constant communication. And like you said, I'm not going to argue with nobody. If you really not my friend, please don't go on this trip.
I'm not spending thousands of dollars to be arguing and fighting and putting my hands on you. I done got my nails done, my weave done, all of this. I'm cute. I'm not argue with you, baby.
Right.
You can argue in the States.
Right.
Who you arguing with? Because you can argue by yourself.
See, if you think about it, they could have done it in the States, but I think they deliberately did it because they were out of the country.
That part, and that's
I think
the thing,
so too. Because
that's the thing that got me too. Because you're not gonna get the same reaction from Mexico.
Right? As in the United States.
Time out. They let Mexico let them leave. They let them go back home.
That's right. They let them get on the plane and come back home, and that was crazy to me. I just can't fathom in my mind.
Me either.
I can't fathom in my mind that I'm not gonna be distraught that my friend is dead. Like you can't make me believe that you not distraught.
But we not leaving until they come get her body.
But you going on live. That's my point. You going on live talking about I'm not gonna do an interview because I'm not getting paid. But you ain't cried.
But
you ain't in remorse.
Let's back up a little bit more, because the homeboy that was recording it, how in the hell did it get out? Did you
Right.
post that? Were you going live? Was that what was
Going live.
happening in that moment?
Right. Miss Desthesia, Miss D. Spicer said, but they are going to have to face a Mexican judge. And yes, they are. And you know, Mexico is not like the United States. So
Mm-mm. But I don't
it's
feel like the
still bad over
punishment
there.
will be the same that it will be in the States. That's all that I was saying.
Miss
Well,
Desthesia said, and they will make it hard for them in Mexico. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you for tuning in.
yeah, I agree with her. They're gonna make it hard for them,
Mm-hmm.
and the prisons ain't the same.
They not.
The accommodations is not the same, baby. You might not have no food. You're not gonna have a restroom. It's hard labor. Yeah, all of that.
Yeah, it's totally different.
Let me bring Mega Ross girl. She said, I think it struck a chord because of how she died and her mother's pain. It's so very sad. And the fact that her so-called friend did it. I agree. I think that's why it struck a chord with so many people, because
Right.
we all have had frenemies. You know,
Yes.
we've
Yep.
had people
About
who,
those too.
yeah, who hang around us, act like they're our friends, but really are enemies. And I
Yeah.
mean, I agree with her. That's why I struck a chord, because we feel like, dang, did it go that far? It had to go that far.
Right. It went. Y'all took it there.
Absolutely.
And so I'm not gonna say. Let me say this, because I know that there were other people on the trip, T baby, but
Right.
the video that I saw, I did not hear or see other people in that room in that moment. Okay,
I
so
saw
I'm
two
not,
other people. I had the person that was holding the video camera, and then you could see another person standing in that camera frame.
yeah, I didn't see that. I just seen the person that was fighting, and I heard the person that was recorded, right? And so I say that, you know, all of those people should definitely be charged. Those people, but then you have where they put the clothes on the girl. So whoever was entangled with that's all accessory. All those people should
Exactly.
be all those people should be charged with that, not just one person.
I definitely agree with that. They need to get the same charges as the not it yeah the same charges as
Absolutely,
the
absolutely.
person that was the lead person in injuring this young lady. Like, you can see the anger. You could feel, you know how
Yeah,
you
the hits,
feel anger. You
every
can
blow, you can
see
see it.
the anger in
Yeah.
this person, and they didn't stop. Like, they
But
didn't
see,
stop.
you're right. But also, I guess I want to, kind of bring attention to the fact that when I was watching the video, it's so much like a whole lot of videos you see on social media of black
Right.
women fighting each other and people egging it on. Oh, get her, get her, get her. And it's like, y'all notice somebody died here, right? It's like, this is sad. This is sad that
Very sad.
we have come to this as people, to
Yes,
where you're
yes,
going
ma'am.
to jump on somebody, beat somebody, injure them fatally because
Right.
of jealousy, envy,
He
whatever
broke her neck.
dispute you had.
He broke her neck. That's really what he did. He broke her neck.
You can see that he broke her neck when the way he kept hitting her in the back of the head
Mhm.
on her neck area. And
And for somebody to stand there and record that.
But see, and another thing, this always makes me upset. If it would have been a dog, everybody named them, oh,
hello,
animal abuse. Oh, this is terrible.
it would have.
It's a whole
Caesar
person.
from Black Ink Crew almost got his whole show canceled because of the dog situation.
Over a dog.
And I don't even think he touched the dog. I think he raised the chair up to the dog. I don't even think he hit the dog.
Right. Miss Mega Ross girl said, but the jails are worse, much worse. They definitely are. They definitely are in Mexico. So I hope they prepared, because I definitely agree with you, Zoe. Everybody should be held accountable who was on that trip and in that room when this altercation took place, because there's no way that you gonna kill somebody and then I'm gonna help. That's just like us three going on a trip. I fight Lisa. I beat Lisa up. Then I say, Zoe, come on, help me get her dress. Absolutely not.
Right.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, we take her to the hospital.
But see,
Right.
the
We
level,
not gonna call her.
of mental illness, the level of evil, the level of
The level
like
of
you
evil.
not well. But see, that's the reason why I say all the time, like when you see this stuff in people, even in a small degree, you need to recognize that and lead them people along, get them people out your circle.
Yeah.
Because I know y'all have seen it. I know I have seen it.
Right.
You've seen
Absolutely.
this unhealthy behavior with people and their friends or people and their family members, people and their spouses. It's unhealthy, but people
Very
have become
unhealthy.
so used to it that it's like,
It's their
oh, this is
normal.
just how
They're
she is,
immune
this is
to
how
it.
they are.
They
It's
become
their
immune to
normal.
it, numb to it.
We tend to like I said before, you want to see the good in people sometimes, and you think that they're different from how they're really what they're really showing you. But when a person show you who they are, you really need to
You
believe
need
them.
to believe them. Show
You
believe
really do,
truly
because
believe
it
them.
can cost you your life.
Absolutely. Miss Dethesia Spicer, she says they already don't like us and bring something to their own town which can make them lose money. Oh, he's going to pay. They will make an example.
I really hope they make an example out of
Me
them,
too.
not just him. I hope all of
All of
them,
them.
whoever was actually involved, because I don't want to put that on somebody that didn't have a part in that. You know what I mean? If
Right.
it was six other people on the trip, and only 3 or 4 of them had something to do with it, okay. You know what I mean? Like, I understand that. But the people that were dealing with that and helped her get dressed, recorded that, and fought her, absolutely, I hope they make an example out of those people, because that's not cool. And for all of y'all to participate in this, not
Right.
one of y'all were her friend.
Nope. That's the sad
So
part.
even with me saying that, you know, even if those other 2 people might not have been in there, y'all went home.
And I'm sure they told
Y'all
you
went
what
back
happened.
to the States.
Right. I'm sure they told you what happened, and they told you what went on,
They
and
know
they
what
told
happened.
yeah.
That part. That's
I
how I
mean,
feel. The
if you
doctor came, y'all refused to get this girl extra help because you knew you had already broke her neck.
it's like we said before, I don't care if she did die of alcohol poisoning. I don't care if she fell down the steps and died. You don't leave a trip that we came on together without
Right.
bringing my body home to my family.
That part. We
Right.
not
You don't
leaving.
do that.
We not leaving until they take care of this. You can't. You're not leaving. Don't leave me here like that.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, and then the fact that they took the audacity that they lied to her parents is the part that doesn't sit well with
Yeah,
me.
but see, this is the thing that didn't sit well with me, and this is what makes me feel like all of them kind of might have something to do with it, because y'all told this sob story about alcohol poisoning. When the autopsy report came back, all y'all disappeared. They can't find none of y'all. None of y'all want to talk no more. None of
Mm,
y'all want to show up. Y'all not answering your doors or your phone. So whoever
right.
has something to do with it, which is 9 times out of 10, all of y'all,
Absolutely.
especially if you don't speak up and say anything,
Yep.
y'all all should be held accountable.
Miss Mega Ross girl said, hey. Miss Mega Ross girl said, "Amen and pass the gravy." Yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
They all need to be held accountable.
Yeah,
I
there
definitely
should
agree.
be. I think so. The more you really just like dig into it and start questioning stuff, it makes you really be like, okay, did all y'all have something to do with that? Because even if I didn't see y'all in the video,
Right.
y'all knew about this. Y'all
Absolutely.
knew all about this. Somebody came back and told y'all. I'm sure.
Absolutely.
I agree with the Thaja. She said charge all of them. I
Yeah,
I agree.
agree.
I
I
agree.
agree.
I
I definitely
agree.
agree.
Charge all of them.
Because the thing about it is, y'all all knew. Even the guy that tried to say, "Well, I just got here on the 29th." No, you was there because they had receipts. Not, this is the generation of receipts. They had receipts when you landed. when you bought your plane ticket, when you showed up in the hotel room. So they know you was there when all of that was going on. So you can't sit there and say that you just got there. No, you was there with everybody else. So y'all need to all be held accountable because it's very sad that you don't come home from a trip that you were supposed to have fun on. You know, it's supposed to be remembering. You're supposed to have pictures. You're supposed to be able to enjoy yourself, but you don't make it back. And you were young. That's the part that kills me. This
Yeah,
young
don't
lady
take
was
me out the country.
25 years old.
Don't take me out the country to fight me. Please keep that energy at home. If you don't
Right.
like me, don't go nowhere with me.
Don't
Period.
be around me, period. Just
Don't go nowhere with
don't
me.
like me.
We have to be that way. We have to be vigilant. We really do, because you know it gets worse. It starts off with little remarks, and then you know it's being
escalate.
messy, telling your business. It's all kind of stuff, and then it's just it could turn. I think we all should take a pause and realize this is what it could turn into.
Absolutely. Yep, it could escalate.
I
It's going
agree.
to escalate. Ms. Mega Ross Garrett says Thesia is speaking facts. Absolutely, she is.
Yeah, I
She
agree.
absolutely is. But yeah, this is very sad. And until they arrest everybody, this is going to be an ongoing case. And everybody need to be in handcuffs, extradited, all of that, sitting in the jail together. They ain't gonna be in the
So
same jail,
I'm
but
just
they
upset it's taking so long for them to charge them, to come up with that conclusion.
absolutely. I definitely agree. That's the part I'm sad about it. And that's what we spoke about at the beginning. If it had been a different situation, we wouldn't even still be having this conversation.
Because this would be a hate crime had it happened to the LGBT community.
It would be already done. They'd have been a hate crime, they'd have been going to court, all of that. It'd have been shut
yeah, that's the sad part about it, is that
That's
absolutely.
unfortunate. That's so
yeah, but I think we all see that, you know, where we value that, where Black women are
double
That
valued.
part. That
Yeah,
part.
it's like we're not valued. They put us low on the list when it comes to that type of thing, because we already know if it was a white woman, baby, these people would never left Mexico. They
Hello,
would
They never
have
no.
hello. Say it again for the people in the back.
never
Because
left.
I
Right.
don't think they grasp that.
Yes, the thesis says preach. Yes, the thesis says yes. Like the autopsy speaks for itself.
Yeah,
Absolutely
it
does.
definitely does.
But yeah, if it was a white woman, oh baby, please, they'd have shut the whole country down.
I'm talking about ain't nobody coming in and
Ain't
out of
nobody would have come
Mexico.
in and out. No planes would have went in and out. No cars
Nowhere.
would have left the hotel room.
No.
They'd have shut it down. It'd have
They
been
would have
over.
shut it all down. And it's so crazy because it's the color of your skin that makes a difference
Absolutely.
of the crime
It's
that has
always-
been committed.
But it's always been that way.
Absolutely, I know.
Always been that way. We've always had to fight extra hard to get justice for our men, our women, and our children. If you think about it, we've all had to fight extremely hard, and that's the sad part about it, is that we still are in this particular fight in this day and age. But we're gonna always have to fight for justice and for our Black women. Like we are the women that are less likely to be believed when something happens to us.
To be
And
valued.
that's the sad part.
I agree. I definitely
And that should never be the case. We are female, and you know, regardless of the color of our skin, we are female. And if a man is putting their hands on us, you should automatically want to protect us. We are the least protected race.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't say off the top of my head who I can't say off the top of my head that I know somebody that has been charged with femicide.
I've never heard of that.
I
just don't want them to use that. I really just
me
don't
either. Me
want them
either.
to use that.
Me either. I can't say off the top of my head, but
I've never heard it.
It doesn't
I think the fact that they had to explain it in the clip, you know, with a charge of femicide, which is the murder of someone because of their gender. The fact that they had to explain it,
right?
You know, It's some bull. Yeah, like what?
Exactly.
Some shit y'all just made up. Okay.
Right. When I initially read it and saw it, I was like, wait a minute, what is this?
Yeah.
Like, why do we have a different title because of your gender? That don't even make sense to me.
It should still be considered a hate crime.
Exactly. Period.
I agree. It should be it because it was a hate crime.
Yeah, you could tell that the person hated her, like literally, like the blows and everything else. It was just you could hear, you could see the rage coming from that person's body.
Yeah, I think the video of her dad got me. I think that was the one that kind of set it apart from a lot of the stories that I saw, because that's like your child. You know, you see your child, you let your child go off, or you see your child off somewhere having a good time, whatever the case may be, for them to not come home and experience this fight that you see online. You know what I mean? You see in a video of a friend fighting them, like that has to be hard to watch.
Absolutely.
It would be very difficult for me to watch that. It was hard for me to watch it, and I don't even know her. But if it was my child, I don't think I would be able to watch it. And if I watched it by accident, I just don't know. I don't think I could even process that type of hate.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah.
It
was hard. I could only watch it one time because my thing is I could just feel it. Like I could sense.
You could see it.
You could see it, you could feel it. And it was just so disheartening to watch somebody.
I'm telling you, that first time that I saw the video, Lisa, and you asked if I had the video, and I was like, no, I can't even watch it again. You know, I was glad I kind of scrolled past it, and it's like, I know y'all didn't see it, or I know you didn't see it. So when I found it again, I was like, okay, let me send it. But I can't sit there and watch that. You know what I mean? That's really hard to watch. That's a hard story to cope with, knowing that there are friends out there that you kind of overlook and surpass and be like, oh, that's just how they are. That's just her nature. That's just how she talk. You know, like
that's how she
that
is.
could have been you. That could have been me. You know what I mean? Anybody. That could have been anybody.
Absolutely.
On a vacation with their friend. So
yeah,
you just gotta know who you hang around, who your friends are, and who the people that are really in your corner.
Right. Level of discernment. So if you pray for anything in this lifetime, you pray for discernment. You got to pay for discernment and never ignore your intuition.
Yeah.
Because it's never, ever going to lead you wrong.
And then, you know, I say this a lot as far as women. Women have to understand that sometimes, I don't know how to say this without sounding bougie, but sometimes people just not on your level.
That part
they're just not.
That's not bougie. That's being real, baby.
That's reality.
That's being real.
Then
you in different parts of the life journey.
You can't try to pull them up. And this how you know if you're pulling somebody up to your level. When you got to pay for their room and board, when you got to pay for their flight, you got to pay for the Airbnb. They're not on your level.
I'm trying to tell you.
That's the part.
I'm not doing that
right there.
I'm not doing that. If we are planning a trip, ma'am, you know what comes with it.
I'm not coming off a dime. I'm sorry.
You need somewhere to stay.
We're getting ready to book the Airbnb. You have your phone.
I don't care if it's an Airbnb or a hotel. You're going to need somewhere to wash your ass. Okay? Especially on a trip with me. You're going to have to wash your behind.
Right.
So, all 3 or 4 or 5 of these things, we need a budget.
Right.
I need you to come with your budget. And if you can't come with all of the budget, then we need to talk about what you can come with so we can see if we can work something out, because I am a real friend like that. So if you feel like you want to take care of the room and you want me to pay for the travel, the expenses, you still gonna have to buy your own flight. So if you can't buy your own flight, I don't know what we're talking about.
We're not.
No, you got to get there.
Yeah, we're not talking. The conversation is over.
That-
Right.
You
I'm with
can't
Lisa.
pay on
Because-
flights. Yeah.
Right.
yeah.
Because
No.
flights aren't cheap.
Hello.
We're not flying Spirit.
They got
I'm
apps.
sorry. We're not
They
flying
got
Spirit.
apps.
And
We
then it's the whole idea too, because I'm not just talking like financial level, mindset level. If
Yeah.
you're not on my level in mindset, baby, we don't have nothing to talk about.
That's right.
Yeah,
We are
can't-
not
we can't travel
friends.
together. We
We
can't
cannot travel together. We are not friends.
Yeah,
And
because
you
you're
know-
not going to irritate me on a trip.
Absolutely not.
Sorry, because I'm gonna go. I'm gonna wake up, have a good time, do my thing. If you're not on that page, then we can't have no. We're talking
Right.
about because I'm not finna sit in the room all day. I'm gonna sleep when I get home.
Absolutely. That's the point. Deja said, I was told that their PPE loans didn't go through. Hers did, or rental scam. That's why she paid and they were mad. Mm. That's all I'm
Well,
gonna say is
Again, not on my level, because if I win today and you didn't win today,
I'm
baby,
sorry.
right.
That ain't got nothing to
Because
do
you won the
with
lottery.
that. Ain't
We're
got
not the
nothing to do
same.
with your expenses for your trip.
yeah, we're
Right.
not the same, because if T baby win today and I'm down today, she up today, I'm happy that she up.
Absolutely.
You know, I'm not mad. What the
Right.
hell?
I'm happy for you. I'm
Yes.
glad you have a stepping stone to better yourself. I'm gonna encourage that
Right.
for
Right.
all of my friends, people that are in my corner. I'm gonna encourage you do better. I'm gonna want
Absolutely.
you to. I'm gonna want
That's
to
me too.
uplift you to get you in a better spot because I want to be in a better spot. You know what I mean?
Oh Lord, and let me just say this
That's
too.
hatred.
Let me just say this, because this is for men, women, this for everybody, this for friendships, this for relationships. Baby, love do not be purchased. Love is not for sale. You do not have to
It's
fucking
not.
purchase it. Love is unconditional. If you got to jump through hoops for a motherfucker, they're not for you. I don't give a damn
Hello?
who it is. If you got to jump through hoops, if you got to make things happen for them to want to be in your face and spend time with you, they not for you. And I don't care if it's family members, friends, I don't give a damn who it is, because
Right.
unfortunately, a lot of people, especially in my experience, I'm just saying what I've seen,
Right.
Black people feel like we have to be deserving of love.
No,
Baby,
we are
love is
deserving.
unconditional and love is free.
Yep.
The people who love me because I exist. I ain't got to do nothing else but
That
exist.
part.
So if
That
I got to
part.
do something other than existing for you to love me, we're not compatible. You're not
At
for
all.
me.
That
Get to
part.
stepping.
That part.
You're not for me.
Right.
I shouldn't have to do nothing. I shouldn't have to pay your way. I shouldn't have to do nothing.
That's right. That's right. Deja
Yeah.
said facts. B as a friend, she paid for them, and that's the facts. That's the thing she get. She got. And that's sad. That's the sad
Yeah,
part.
that's sad that she was that type of person to really be like, okay, I'm gonna sponsor this trip for all of us, and then
That's
the
a lot of
outcome
money
of
though.
it.
Think about it. You got 6 people.
But my thing is, it's not just females on this trip though; it's males too. So I'm not paying for no man to go on no trip
That part.
with me.
But oh my God, but don't we know that people do? I'm just saying.
Goodbye, Lisa.
Right.
Goodbye.
Miss Macarons girl said, y'all not giving personal PPE loans? No.
No.
No, we not.
Oh my God.
No.
People be paying. People
Yes.
be paying. That's all I'm gonna say. People be paying. I'm dead. Mega Ross girl says I'm dead. What's your budget?
Right. What's your budget?
That is a good hashtag. What's your
That
budget?
is it. What's your budget?
Because if there's no budget, there's no conversation.
Hello.
No.
Absolutely not. That's why when Zoe was talking about we can work out what?
Yeah,
If I'm telling you we
No,
going
I'm
on the
saying,
trip,
like no, for real. If I can see us going on a trip, and I know people got kids, some people don't. You know what I mean? Like it just depends. But we gonna pay for the room together. We gonna pay for our own flying expenses. Now, you want to buy some
Right.
food for the house, for the Airbnb that we staying in? Okay, let's do that, and I'll take care of the travel, the Ubers or whatever the case may be. You know,
The thing just say, I'm a sugar mama, sweet and low, not purricane sugar.
it's the sugar mama for
It's
me.
a sugar mama for me, baby. Yes. I'm not
I
trying to be
like what
nobody's sugar mama. I'm
I
sorry.
like what Mega Ross girl said. What about lifting your sister up? And
Absolutely.
that's what we're about. You know, that's why this show is important. That's why women who do lift each other up are very important for us to recognize, because it's not
Absolutely.
enough of that. It's not enough. And
It's not.
and when we uplift these shows that show Black women throwing drinks in each other's faces and talking crazy to each other,
Right.
when we support these type of platforms, this is the type of society that we lead into. This is it.
Absolutely. 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 Miss Mega Ross girl said, let's put Thesia on the mic. She had the tea too.
Yes, she did. She
Yes,
got
she
the
did.
tea and it's piping hot.
It's
Okay.
piping hot.
Because
She's
I didn't know
pulling
that
it.
I didn't know that they PPE loans didn't come through.
Woo! See,
That
Well,
plays
you
a
know,
major factor. That explains why motherfuckers was mad.
it explains why they was mad, but it doesn't explain why she felt like she had to do that. And I
Right.
say this all the time because I had to recognize this. You know, the Bible said, "Don't cast your pearls among swine,"
That's
and
right.
basically saying, "Don't give your good to people who don't deserve it."
That
Absolutely.
part. And they show you that they don't deserve it. They show you.
Yes.
They show you. And the point is you have to we like that the things you say, I like it. We like you being here, boy.
Okay.
Dude,
Yes, we love it. We love it.
Love you being here. And that's the thing is that when you cast your pearls among swine, those people don't we already know what swine is. Most people know what swine is, but the thing about it is you have to be mindful of who you are giving your niceness, your kindness, your kind-hearted, because people take that for granted and they'll walk all over you if you allow it.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, they
Well, you
will.
can't ignore it. You have to go with your tuition. You have to really lean into it because people will just kind of throw it out there, and if you don't catch it, it's just went over your head. You know what I mean? You just really gotta
Absolutely.
be in tune with what people say sometimes because they'll tell you how they really feel.
That's why I say the Dejanay,
Mm-hmm.
she told her how she truly felt about her
I'm sure she did.
many a times.
I'm
Many
sure she did before and after she paid for that trip.
way before,
I
way before, and during the trip, probably during before the fight happened, it came up because I believe that it was deliberately set up. Plus, they had got into some kind of argument beforehand to where it all took agitated to that point. So
Yep.
you can't make me believe that it just happened just then. It was leading
that
many
had been
things
brewing.
leading up to that.
I agree.
Many things leading up to that. And that's the sad part is that
That is sad. It's very, very sad.
we gotta
I just
protect
hope
each
that
other.
her family gets justice. Nothing is going to bring her back, and nothing is going to make this right. But I hope that they get justice for her, because it's just such a sad situation.
Yeah.
Very, very sad.
I hope they do get justice. And like I said, the more you talk about it, the more you really get into it. I'm for charging them all. I really am because ain't no way you gonna leave that your friend knowing the situation. It's just no way. Y'all helped get her dressed. Y'all did all this, and then y'all just left. Mm-mm.
Let me read what the Deja said. She said, unfortunately, when you come from nothing, you feel like you have nothing to lose.
Mm-hmm.
They were banking on that money. They may have felt she played them. All it takes is one spot to spread cancer.
Yeah,
Woo.
that's true. That's a good point that you made.
Absolutely.
And they all went against her.
That's a good point that you made. When you come from nothing, you don't have nothing to lose. And you see that in a lot of people today. You see that in a lot of friendships now.
Yes, you do. But again, let's go back to what I said. They're not on your level because
That's right.
I feel bad that you came from nothing.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, we are not the same. Okay.
We are not compatible, baby.
Right. We not the
Because
same.
even if I didn't receive the PE loan, I'm gonna make a will in a way. Okay.
That's right.
So I don't have to hate on you and your benefits and the persevering that you're doing. I'm gonna find my way.
But I think too, let's speak on the fact that why do everybody feel like they should have money just because somebody else got money? So I
It's a
feel
sense
like
of
it's like
entitlement.
social media.
It's what
I feel
they
like
see.
social media. So
It's
everybody
what they
want to be
see.
an entrepreneur just because they see people making money.
Come on,
Everybody want
man.
money. Look, money
It's
is not for
what they
everybody.
see.
First
It's
of
what
all,
they see.
a lot of people don't even know what to do with the money once they get it.
Nope.
So you mad because you didn't get some money and you don't even know what to do with it half the time. Everybody want to be rich. Everybody want to fly first class. Everybody want to go on these trips. And it's not for everybody.
It's not for
But
everybody.
but social media is putting on a facade. Hey, Daddy. He said, "My baby so pretty." Hey, Pastor X.
Pastor X.
Hey, Davis is in the building. Yes, your baby is. She's so pretty. You're right.
She's glowing.
So yeah, social media is what what a lot of people see. So when you see something, that's kind of the image that's put in front of you. That's what you want to. That's what you want to do. You think it's real. This new generation thinks it's real.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just, I hope that people learn from this. I just been, I don't know, y'all know, I think things and I overthink and I overthink and I overthink some more. But from what I've been thinking about the fact that everybody is not meant to go with you where you're going.
Right.
And when you continue to take people with you that's not meant to go, these are the types of things that happens. We say this all the time. Life is like an elevator. Everybody going to a different floor. If you are destined to be on the 3rd floor, baby, I'm not trying to convince you to come to the 6th floor with me.
Right.
Because you don't even know what's happening on the 6th floor. You're not qualified to be on the 6th floor.
Absolutely.
On the 3rd floor where you supposed to be.
Absolutely. And that's what Tyler Perry said. He said, if you've ever paid attention to a rocket has boosters on it. Hello? And the boosters fall off when the rocket starts elevating.
Come on now.
So those boosters are falling to the ground because they're not meant to go to the level that you're going to.
That part.
Man, look, I felt that one.
Yes,
that
part.
Because and that's exactly what you said. If Zoe going to the 3rd floor, you go to the 6th, and if I elevate to the 12th, we all on different levels.
It wasn't meant to be.
And that's you, and that's be happy at wherever you at. Don't try to be where I'm at because it may not be for you. And then and then we have.
It might not be your time to shine, baby.
Yes,
you might need some more preparation for to get on my level.
Right.
And guess what? You may never shine. You may never shine. You got to be okay with that because just like anything else, when you look at nature, ain't no ants fighting the bees because the bees get them sting people and the bees get the bees. The ants ain't like, let's go kill all the bees. Everybody know what they supposed to be. Ants know, hey, I go over here.
That's true.
Over there.
That's right. In nature, every animal and insect stays on their level.
In their lane.
They know their job. They stay in line. They do what they need to do. Anytime you interrupt them, they gonna attack you. A bee gonna attack you because you got on too much perfume. An ant gonna attack you because you step on this bed. Come on.
Let's talk about this. This is a good point.
I want to talk about that.
She says, okay, I'm kind of conflicted on this because some need that boost and uplifting. So we don't. So do we not mentor them if they don't have the guidance? I really want to speak on this. I really do, because I've been there, and this is how I differentiate. Okay. A lot of people do need uplifting, and they do need a mentor. They need somebody that can show them what is possible,
right?
Especially if they came from nothing, if they came from no love, no support. But to me, here's the difference. When you see a person trying to change their life, better their life based on the things you're telling them, That's the person you need to mentor. But when you see somebody that's trying to mimic your life, be a little mini version of you, copy everything you do, change their name to be the same name as yours. These are the things that you need to watch out for. Oh, and that's all I'm saying. To me, that's how you differentiate, because this person not looking for a mentor. This person is obsessing over you, and they're fixating on you, and that admiration quickly turns into envy, and then that envy turns into the rage that we saw in that video.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's
I agree. I agree. You have to know the type of person that you're trying to mentor.
Right. Absolutely.
They show you the signs. They show you if they really need that, go ahead, give it to them. And sometimes you might have to back up. If you see that it's transpiring into that, you might have to back up. But overall, yes, absolutely, help somebody that need that help, especially if you see they need that.
And then because see, I go by the examples that I had. I talk all the time about the pastor that changed my life. She was a female pastor, and she was fabulous. I had never seen a pastor look like that. I never seen a pastor be glamorous. And so it was exciting to me to see her. But one thing I learned from her mentoring that makes me be this type of mentor, whatever she told me one time. That's it. If I got it, I got it. If I didn't, I didn't.
That part.
She did not waste time, keep telling me stuff over and over. It was like, I need you to catch it. If you don't catch it, you're not ready. And that's it.
That's right.
So we go around in circles with people. I don't think you should do that. You should
try to make them get it. You try to make them understand it.
Right. Absolutely.
Like I said, you try to see the good in people and the potential that they have. But when a person show you that they're not ready, you have to believe that they're not ready.
Absolutely. Mega Ross Girl says, I think her family having to see the video will forever hurt her family. They saw her be brutally killed. No way they can ever forget. It has to be soul crushing. Yes.
I agree.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I agree. And the video, the video of the father speaking, that's why I said that one kind of got to me, because he said, my baby is not a fighter. She wasn't even fighting back in the video. And to see that you're not even fighting back.
Oh God, it just
why would you continue that?
Right. You saw she wasn't fighting back.
It just hurts my soul to see that.
Right.
It's sad. It's really sad. But I mean, I agree that some people do need to be uplifted and taught things and helped out. Yeah. But it's just such a big difference, when a person is watching you and start to be envious. I can feel it. I don't know if other people can, but I can feel it. And many times I would try to, and T-Baby, you know this because we both have done it and been guilty of it. Try to dim your light a little bit. I'm going to just pull back a little bit because I feel like I'm outshining them and I know they don't like this. Right. So I'm going to change how I am just a little bit. That's not the answer either.
Yeah, I learned that.
That's not the answer. It makes it worse.
I learned that the hard way. Yeah,
it actually makes it worse. It actually makes it worse. The Thesia says, I would die of a broken heart if it were my child. And I absolutely agree. Because that's nothing that can replace that.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I know for sure I probably would be, I don't know if I would die of a broken heart, but I would probably be the worst nightmare for everybody involved. I would be their absolute worst nightmare.
Yeah, because I want criminal suits. I want a lawsuit.
Baby, and I'm gonna come see you every week in jail.
Yeah,
I'm see you.
I'm gonna see you stuff.
And just sit there and watch you.
Yeah.
Tell you what I'm going through. You finna suffer
all
with
of y'all.
me.
All of y'all, not just one of y'all, all of y'all, because all y'all was there and all y'all left. So
all of them.
What we talking?
All of them.
I'm sitting with everybody.
Everybody.
Yeah. All of them.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm glad we had this opportunity to talk about this because watching it play out has been so hard.
Mm-hmm.
Very hard.
Even from the sidelines where we are, we're not in it. We don't know.
Right. We don't even really know what's going on.
From the sidelines, watching it play out.
Right. That's a lot to watch it from the sidelines.
But it's watching it so painful.
Yeah, it's very painful, especially when you're an empathic person. That's why I say I could feel the anger, the hatred. You could see it. You could. I know I could feel it. I don't know about anybody else, but I could feel it and I could see it. It was
And
just
I don't want to be insensitive. I don't want to be insensitive, but I do want to ask a question because I don't know all there is to know about LGBTQIA plus community. I don't know all there is to know. So I'm just going to ask the question because from what my understanding is, the person that did this to her was transgender. Is that true?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why it's femicide, because the girl that, not Shanquilla, but the other person is transgender.
oh wow.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah,
Uh, I mean, I really don't know how to feel about that.
yeah. That was a man beating on that girl like that. Yes, if that's the question that you're asking, yes, that was a man doing that. No matter what clothes you put on, that strength was of a man.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. That's a
We
different
talking
type.
about hate
Yes.
crime. We not talking about femicide. We talking about a hate crime.
Well, I mean, first of all, to break someone's spinal
Crazy.
cord,
You had to take some heavy blows.
yes.
Yeah, those blows were heavy, and you're slinging this girl half your size around the room.
Right. She was very small, very petite, very
Yes,
small. Um,
and she's naked. On top of all of that, she's butt ass naked.
I don't know. I'm speechless. I'm speechless on this
Yeah,
one.
it's
It's
it's very devastating. It's
very
very
devastating.
devastating. But no matter, like I said, no matter what clothes you put on, that strength was of a man.
Right.
Kay Davis says, "What's the point? This murder is done. It wasn't hard to do. It wasn't hard to do," is what Dathasia says. And then Kay Davis says, "All them friends watched."
They
Yeah,
sure did.
Exactly.
They absolutely
yeah.
did.
The point is that they all need to be held accountable for this murder. That's
I
the
think
point.
what's the point if it's like what I think you're asking what's the point of talking about it because we have spent a long time on it.
Oh yeah.
And I think the point is we all are hurting behind this. Like it feels to me almost like
A
watching the
cousin,
police
a
kill
sister.
somebody. You know,
Yeah,
it's the same. It feels like injustice. That's what it feels like. It
Yeah.
feels it hurts. You know, and we're talking about it and the point is I think it helps us because regardless if you know this person or not, it's traumatizing to watch that.
Yeah.
yeah.
Especially the video.
Yeah, and it makes you
She's a black
feel
female. She was a black young female.
Yeah.
So
it makes you feel uh you know, I guess sadness for her, and then you
right,
see all these pictures of her and you realize that she has such a promising future ahead of her. I don't
right.
know, I guess the point for me is I really 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 hope that we learn from this, that we really pay
Absolutely.
attention to
Pay attention.
people
Change
that
the
are in
people
our
that you're
circle.
around.
Change your circle.
Aware. Yeah.
Change your,
Hopefully you're aware.
change your circle. The Deja says, and if they were one of our own, we wouldn't want their name to die down
That's
without
true.
justice. As
That's
absolutely,
true. I think the point of it is for justice, is to bring awareness and just be able to communicate about the actual things that are going on, and how when you have a when the tables are when the roles are reversed, it comes stronger than a black woman being abused.
oh
Right.
wow.
Okay. Y'all want to read somebody read them?
Okay.
Yeah. Kay Davis said, bro went into X house on Thanksgiving and blew her head off.
It was a
Blew her
guy.
and the new guy head off in Houston.
Yeah, and the little girl was left
Right.
in CPS custody.
Wow. Yeah, it said murders every
That's
day, murder society. Yeah, it's so much
yeah,
going on with young people
yeah,
who are coming up missing and not coming back home to their families, and that's the disheartening part is
Well,
that
I agree with him saying it's a murderous society because it is. I mean,
yeah,
you can't watch the news without hearing somebody done shot up their job, somebody tried to shot up a club. I mean, it's everybody so angry at each other and there's so much hate.
that
And
part.
you just
yeah.
like, what is going on? And the one he talked about where the dude on Thanksgiving killed the woman and her new dude. And
Mhm.
then
Yeah.
a few days
Two
ago,
other
there was
people.
another guy who killed his ex, and his kid with the ex was in the house. Like,
Hmm.
what's going on?
Yeah, I think I seen that. But also, T baby, we was talking about the guy that was at the bar with his friends, and he came up missing for like about a week and a half or something like that, and they
Yep.
just found his body in the ship channel. It's so much. It's not that one is greater than the other. I do feel that
Right.
it is a difference when you see crimes like this, as far as femicide and homosexualities, where it's a hate crime. Like for me, it's the double standards.
Right. It is a double standard. That's the part I don't like.
Yeah.
The things you said, Revelation, the last days.
Hmm.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I can personally say I stopped watching the news about 3 months ago. I just couldn't take it anymore. For my own
Absolutely.
mental health and for my own sanity, I had to really stop watching the news. I'll get the weather to come to my phone. And really, that's all I need. I just need to know
That's
if
it. That is it.
I feel like I have to watch. I have to watch it at some point. I have to watch it. I have to. You see so many different things on Instagram, on Facebook. You see so many different things. You don't really know what to believe. Social media is triggered by a lot of other people's opinions. It's not necessarily factual. So
Right.
I definitely watch the news. Sometimes it does get overwhelming. So you can't watch it like daily like that. But
Right.
Kay Davis, I'm laughing because he said last days all my life. I'm 50. Did he say 58 or 56?
He said I'm 58.
Some I don't watch it either. It makes you afraid to live. Yeah, it makes you afraid to live.
It
For me,
does.
it's too stressful for me. Like,
yeah.
and
I agree.
the fact of the matter is they put the bad news back to back to back to back to back.
Mhm.
Can we mix
Same
it up a bit?
stories.
Yeah,
Same.
can you mix up the stories? Can you give me something? Can you put the good part first?
Well, where the good parts
Exciting
coming in
news.
at? We got to find the good stories because
There's
they're
plenty of
all
good
They don't
stories.
always report on those. We
It's
already know they
plenty of
don't
good
always.
stories. Mega Rosters, I'm a news addict. And you know
I
what?
know that's right.
I used
I
to be a
used to
news
be too.
addict.
I
I
used to
would
watch
put
the
my
news all the
TV
time.
on CNN and it'd be on CNN all day. That's all I would watch. But lately, I just can't,
Yeah.
because I just can't.
I agree.
It's
It is a
starting to
lot.
be
I
too
agree. It's a
much for
lot.
me. And I
I
might
agree.
go back to it. But as of right now, I have to protect my own mental. And it's the same with social media. I
Yeah.
very rarely get on. I get on to interact with people if they're, interacting with anything that I posted or Stunner Radio or Stunner Magazine or something like that. But as personal, I have to take,
Yeah.
take breaks.
Yeah,
Take breaks.
definitely. I agree with that. I definitely take breaks because it is a lot to process. My daddy is so.
He said, "How are you?"
But
Kay,
this is
Kay,
true though. This is real facts though. Like, how do you fix this? How do you
Well,
fix this?
I think we have to, and believe me, we do have a plan to fix it.
We have a platform. Okay. Mhm.
The point of the matter is it didn't get this way overnight, so it's not going to get fixed overnight. But
Absolutely.
the small things is where we fix it. And just
Oh,
having
yes.
a platform like this where we all come together and we talk about how we feel, and then we support good, healthy friendships, healthy relationships. When we
Yep.
do more of this, these little small actions turn into big change.
Yeah,
But it's not going to happen overnight because we didn't get here overnight.
I
Nope.
agree.
We did.
And Mega Girl said, I read news more than watching it. It's less heavy. Try it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that. I know, like when I open up my computer, sometimes you can just see the like the news or whatever what's going on certain things.
Right.
So yeah, I'll read some of those, but like I said, I watch the news, but not consecutively. Like I'm not
Yeah,
gonna sit
I
there
can't-
for a
I can
whole
do that.
week or a whole month straight and watch the news day to day to day to day. No, I can't do that.
I've had so much peace not watching it. Like at first I was kind of freaked
Absolutely.
out. I had anxiety about not watching it because I was thinking to myself, I might miss something that I need to know. I might need to know. Then I just said to myself, no, you're gonna be all right. You're gonna be all right.
You gonna
You
be
know,
all
if
right.
Yeah, once you take yourself out of it, it's not really
Becomes second nature not to even watch it.
yeah, you kind of get familiar with it, because there was a time where I was like, oh yeah, I'm not watching news because everything is bad on there. But now I feel like I have to watch it to know what's going on around me, especially like since the shooting at Uvalde, like all of these things that are happening so close to home.
Right.
But see, for
I
me,
wanna know what's going on.
I already sense what's going on around me, and I feel like the news distracts me from what I already know, because for me, I can sense what's happening around me, and I'm gonna pay attention to that.
Yeah.
Because sometimes the news is telling you, just for instance, when everybody's getting all these PPP loans, we was getting stimulus checks and all this, the news was leading us to believe things was good, but in reality, things is not good. There's a whole lot of people that these programs hurt more than helped. It's a whole lot of things. And the fact of the matter is, COVID is still here.
It didn't disappear.
All of a sudden, we got this big flu surge, RSV, and it's like, why are y'all leading us in certain directions? That's why I can't watch it, because I start noticing that they lead us. When COVID was big, nobody had the flu apparently, because you didn't hear nothing about it.
Right.
Now all of a sudden the flu back on the news. The flu didn't go nowhere when people had COVID. A lot of people had the flu. They just wasn't reporting about it. RSV was still there too. Nobody was talking about it. So for me, I have to go. For me, I just can't do it. I have to take some time away. I don't know how long this time gonna be, but for right now, I'm enjoying it right now.
You're gonna be like me. Mine's is forever. I don't watch my TV stays on USA or USA. That's Law and Order. Come on, dun dun dun. That's
well, you know what my TV stays on. I have discovered Headspace. Headspace has a lot of programming on Netflix. They have a Headspace guide to meditation, Headspace guide to good sleep, Headspace guide to all these things that's geared toward health and wellness. And really, that's where I'm at right now. I'm about my own health and wellness and the health and wellness of my family, and that's it. I have to be well. I have to be healthy, and I need to be tending to my wealth. Other than that,
all the
will come out every now and again to mingle with y'all. But for the most part, I'm building my own world over here.
Miss Mega Ross said, girl said, actually, the flu doctor teased to their lowest levels in years because people were wearing masks.
Okay, maybe that's true. I could see that being the case. The flu getting down to a low level because people wearing masks, because people was wearing them masks. But it showed.
But now they don't want to wear one. They want to hark and cough all over people in public, and it just don't make no sense.
Meat eaters and sickness combination.
Yeah.
And Mega Ross says it's come back with a surge because masks are not being worn anymore. I can see that being a thing. I can see that being true.
Right.
I can see that being a thing because we was all wearing the mask, honey. I had a whole bunch of every color, every pattern,
every color, all in the car, in the purse. You had them everywhere. You was like, oh no, I forgot my mask. You
let me turn around and go get my mask.
Like you go back to the car, or you would have to go all the way back home because you forgot your mask.
Yeah. Because I don't know if they have them in there or not. So
Right. Right. And I can see that being true. That's probably
Yeah,
true.
I can see that. I can see that too. It didn't just protect you from
Absolutely.
COVID. It protected you from other illnesses and sicknesses. Maybe that's why Chinese people wear them.
Yeah.
That's right. I might need to put this mask back on again.
Mhm.
Right.
I don't leave home
Upper
without it.
respiratory infection, and that's true. Like if you wear your mask, you definitely will protect yourself.
Mhm.
It's very hard for me to talk in a mask.
I don't care. Nose be running and everything. Keep that thing on.
I couldn't wait to ditch the mask though. It's funny because when we first started wearing masks, I remember saying to my kids, I'm going to do this forever because I don't even like when people open their mouth and start talking and I can feel their breath. If I could feel your breath, back up.
That's too fucking close.
Back up.
I'm sorry.
So I
should not be able to feel your breath.
I was happy when it started.
They were very close.
That's too close.
Yeah, that's too close.
Lisa, you letting people get that close to your face like that?
You know, no.
Okay.
Dave says I disagree with that as well. Tell us what you disagree with so we can come back with it. That those masks wasn't worth a damn.
Oh, Miss Megan Ross girl said, world news ladies, people in Asia wear masks to prevent disease because of how dense the population is.
Oh, okay. She said N95 only. I guess
now you want me to pass out. Now you want me to pass out with an N95. Right.
I never did. Let me say, did I? No, I never did. On the N95. I went for the cheapest mask possible, and then
yeah. Kay Davis said you too close. Absolutely. Yes. I can feel your breath on me.
Yes,
that's a problem.
I can feel like moisture coming from your mouth.
Absolutely not.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
Not moisture. I'm screaming. It's called a personal bubble. What are we talking about here? You let people get close to you?
Megan Ross said, at the Thaser, you may not disagree with me. It's not allowed. The Thaser said, it's true. I had it 3 times, vax and all. Oh my God.
That part.
Wow.
That
wow,
part.
wow, wow.
That part.
The Thaser say never add Megan Ross girl.
They got the N95. She bougie.
Right. She totally is.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's the painter's mask for me. When people be wearing the painter's mask.
Oh my gosh, the whole thing.
Like a duck, you know, like it be pointed out like that.
Right.
That's the N95.
That's the N95. It's made like that too.
I can't get with those. It looks ridiculous, first of all.
No, it's hot underneath there. And like when I was working in the hospital, the ones from the hospital, they suck onto your face.
Oh, okay. The thing said I worked in a hospital.
Yeah. I worked in the hospital during COVID, and I'm telling you, I shoot the bricks every day. I was so scared. Like I did not want to do that. Like
she was a student in the clinicals. Now that explains why she got it 3 times. Because at first I was thinking, wow, I had it twice myself. But I had it before I was vaccinated. Then I got it the second time after I was vaccinated. So you can get it even though you had the vaccine. They're just saying it's not as severe if you're vaccinated. And it wasn't as severe. The first time I got it, I thought I was dying, literally.
I remember. I remember the phone call.
Yeah. The second time I was sick and I couldn't taste anything, but it was just like a vacation from work. I was cool, you know.
A lot of people some people don't know that they have COVID and they're not getting tested. They're not getting tested for COVID.
Megan Ross
versus death. What are we thinking, ladies? Yeah. I'm putting my little mask on. I'm gonna put that little fabric mask on.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna put my mask
keep it over my nose up here.
She says, "Thank God." The they just says, "Thank God I was unharmed."
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad you're
a lot of
okay.
people died from
Especially
COVID.
after 3 times of having COVID.
Yeah.
A
I'm
lot of
happy.
people died from COVID.
Yeah.
We're thankful that you're here.
Absolutely. But you know, I'm glad that we had this opportunity, and I missed you guys during our little break. And I want to move forward so that we can have a little bit of positive before
Mhm.
Okay.
we end the show. But let's
Yes.
move forward a little bit of positive,
Yes.
and let's have a little positive and a little bit of messy. So first and foremost, I want to talk about our girl Portia with her African prince and
Yes.
the wedding. So what
Yes.
did you guys think of the wedding?
I think that she done snatched that girl husband up and made him her own, and look what. Okay.
Ain't never
Right.
looking
It
back.
was a beautiful wedding.
It was
It was a
beautiful.
beautiful wedding.
That was
Baby,
amazing.
them dresses was fire.
Those
The
cakes
dresses
were
were
nice
fire.
too.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a question for T Baby more so, because T Baby and I already know we get hunted down by the Nigerians. So does this change your opinion of having an African man?
Wait a minute. And I thought about you when I was looking at Portia, and she found out that she was 44% Nigerian when she did, went back in her ancestry. So I was like, wait a minute, let me think about this again. Let me revisit this topic, because I might have to dibble and dabble.
See, that's why I asked you that question. So let me read Mega Ross girl comment. She said, "I'm gonna be messy right here. Why does Miss T have a whole beat today?"
Looking for that Nigerian.
Yeah,
she's looking for that Nigerian man.
She was not trying to play today. Okay.
Yes.
Serving.
Yes. Sometimes you just gotta do it. But I agree with you, T Baby. I am still not open to a Nigerian. However, I'm warming up to the fact, looking at this situation, I'm warming up to it.
Did you see them different dresses?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
and what about the cakes? Did that not entice you?
No, the wedding itself didn't entice me either. What enticed me is that he is here with her openly, publicly, no more than one wife thing. It's just her, as far as we know.
Right.
So unless we come to a point later down the road, we find out he a scammer and he got more women, and then I'm gonna be
like
a
scammer. Oh my God.
Nigerian. They be scammers. Come on now. They get they scam on.
Okay.
They do. I have to agree with Lisa. They do get they scam on.
Big scammers. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No, it wasn't a wedding for me. It was the fact that I saw his glow up with Portia versus his first wife, and I know that she didn't get him the right way, but the wife had stepped out first, so she cheated on him.
You talking about the little skinny chick?
Yeah, his first wife cheated on him with a gentleman that would go on family trips with him, and then she came up pregnant. Yeah, her boo was going on trips with them.
Now wait, what are we talking about here? I got lost in the comments.
Okay, we talking about Portia's husband,
Simon's first wife.
What's her name? I forgot her name, but
she's an afterthought at this point. I
forgot her name.
I don't remember her name. We talked about her a lot when the scandal first broke.
Right. Yeah, I can't remember
because her and Portia, because Portia introduced her as her friend on the show.
Yes.
Well, let me read Mega Ross girl. She says, "My brother-in-law is Nigerian and he has been a great husband and provider to my sister. # open your minds." I'm so happy for your sister. That's great for her. I'm happy for her. However, there's so many more other examples of these Nigerians
that are scammers.
Baby, I was married to one as well. And all of them ain't a great husband or provider, but at the same damn time, all Americans ain't either. So
right, it's a double-sided coin, I guess.
Yeah.
The teacher said the wedding when is one of let me start over. Damn, the wedding when is one of the I'm going to
Them.
keep the man.
I'm going to keep the man.
Yeah,
I think she got the man.
she been had him.
That's true, Megan Ross. She says scammers come in all races.
races.
Absolutely. I think the rate is more high with Nigerians. That's
It's concentrated.
yeah. We know a few.
Right. Oh Lord.
Hollywood TV shows a positive note.
Hollywood TV shows a positive note. I don't know what you're trying to say.
I'm not sure either, but maybe I don't know. I just, I feel like it was a beautiful wedding. I think that
The thing she said, I agree with Kay Davis. It's all yes.
It's all bullshit. Yeah.
it was a beautiful wedding. I just feel like it's not goals for sure. Oh, I think she's talking about the wedding and all the
Right. It's not. It's not.
Okay.
It's not goals for me either. I've never been impressed by the wedding because I have a friend who paid $250,000 for her wedding, and they was married for all of 7 months. Now it was 6 years. It took her 6 years to pay off that wedding. And when I tell you she was working 2 jobs, she was working overtime. That was a lot of money to pay off to a
Not that you paying the wedding off longer than you was married.
Yes, you was married for 7 months and you had to pay for that 6 years later. You got a whole new man and everything, and you still paying for your whole old wedding.
Let's take them to the courthouse.
Hey, they said this how we ending the show. Now you know
we gotta get a little messy.
We gotta do a little more. So we're gonna on that note, thank you, Kay Davis, for getting us back on track.
Oh wow. Megan Ross girl said 250K.
Did you get a PPE loan?
No, because this was before COVID, this was before all that, but
right.
She wanted to be like a Cinderella for the day. That was her whole thing. I've been looking forward to getting married my whole life. So her dress alone was like $15,000, $15,000 dress.
Oh, damn.
And it was all these people they invited. They was paying for people to come. It was a lot of money. $250,000. It's a lot of money.
Weddings are for other people.
They had this huge venue. I mean, they hired a wedding coordinator. It was all this shit
extravagant
for
you
7
be married
months.
For 7 months. That's a lot.
7 months.
Mm-hmm.
And the sad part is the thing wasn't even thinging. I mean,
oh
my gosh. Poor little kids need Christmas gifts.
Yeah, they do. $15,000 dress. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, but they just says unnecessary. Yeah, a $15,000 dress. It was beautiful, but it was very unnecessary.
Yeah,
very unnecessary.
That's
very. But you know what? She got it because some celebrity had a dress similar to it, and she wanted to have that. I need a donation. Hell, the same just said. Yeah,
I got 5 for the pot.
Yeah, so to me, y'all know I've been married more than once. I didn't have any big weddings because even my last marriage, my family was like, "You didn't invite us." I said, "It wasn't about y'all. It was about me and my new husband. We was the only people that really needed to be there." Okay, and the pastor didn't nobody else need to be present, baby, because y'all not gonna be present in our marriage. You don't necessarily have to be there.
I'm sorry, that's a lot of money for a wedding.
I'm sorry. Yeah, me too.
For you to be only married for 7, I don't care how long you was married. That's a lot of money.
I don't care.
Buy me a house.
Years,
Buy me a house.
That's what I told my first husband because he wanted a big wedding, and I was like, I want a house. So if you can do both, then let's go for it. And he was like, "Nah, that's okay. I'm gonna get you a house."
Yeah, I agree.
I don't even want a wedding. I don't want people who don't even like me to be sitting in my face taking bets on how long we gonna be together.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know that's what people do.
Too. People do
that's
do
what
that.
People do.
Yeah. People do that.
Clay Davis got us back on track about the show. So let's go ahead and take this tea to go. so we can wrap it up in a good way. So who's first? Let's give them some tea to go.
Okay, my tea to go is be cautious of your surroundings. Um, be mindful of the people that you have in your corner. Um, cherish those that you have in your corner, and know the people that you have around you.
That's good. That's good.
So my tea to go is pay attention to what people say to you and about you
Mm-hmm.
when you in their presence and when you're not in their presence. Because what they say when you're not in their presence is way more than they are willing to say to your face. So that's important, and always pay attention to your intuition because that person's, even if they aren't saying it, they're showing it.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
big. That's
that
true.
was a good one.
Well, my tea to go is prioritize your mental health. Your mental health should be a top priority. That's what I'm going to say. And and yeah, Kay
Yeah,
Davis.
stop fucking with them. Stop
Yeah,
fucking with toxic folk.
Kay Davis tea to go is with toxic folk. And I agree.
Yeah.
Mine is
Right.
prioritize your mental health, and with that, do some things that feels good to you.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times we don't want to indulge in things. We don't want to overindulge. And I agree, you shouldn't overindulge, but indulge in some things. Don't overindulge. Treat yourself to something that you like to eat. Treat yourself to something that you like to wear. Don't overindulge. Let that thing be thangin', and just enjoy life. Enjoy life.
Girl,
Prioritize
let
your mental
that
health.
thing
That's
dang,
my
baby.
Let that thing thang. I
Right.
that thing.
So,
When that thing thing and your mental health is on point.
Mm-hmm.
right. That's true. We're gonna have to make that a song.
Mm-hmm. That thing danging.
That was some good tea to go, ladies.
Yes.
Thank you for everyone who has tuned in and commented today. We are really appreciative of you guys tuning in. If you haven't watched any of our playbacks, please feel free to do that. Please follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, subscribe, and to our YouTube. We are working on our TikTok. Some of us, all of us are on TikTok, but we are working on a collaborative. We're going to work on a collaborative page for TikTok so that we have a presence on TikTok for Black Coffee for the side of tea.
So the Dangerous tea to go is stay in prayer and protect your energy. Woo!
Come on.
That's a good one. Protect your energy,
Good
baby.
tea to go.
That's a good tea to go.
Kay Davis said, "That's why I do." And Megan Girl said, "Thanks, ladies. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for chiming in." Oh my gosh, Kay Davis said, "Hunching." Yeah.
That's how you know what year you're born in. When you say hunching.
The words, the wordage. Banging is hunching.
That banging is hunching.
Yes.
Thank you for inviting me in. Thank you, Dithaja. We have enjoyed you so much.
You are so welcome.
Megan Ross, girl, we always enjoy you. Kay Davis, you already know. We always enjoy all of you.
Absolutely.
Everybody who tunes in with us, thank you so much for being a part of the show. I hope that you are enjoying this. I hope that this platform means something to you. And like T Baby say, subscribe to the channel. And I believe next week is our last week of this year, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes,
I think so because Mama's gonna have a baby next week, so
yes,
I'll be able to chime in anymore.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
We have a new addition to the
Black Coffee with a side of tea.
New addition to the
new
family.
baby.
Yes.
Yes, so next week will be our last show of the year. We're going to be doing replays, but when we come back next year, y'all just get ready because we're going to be doing we're gonna be
Some
doing.
things.
Yes,
Some
yes.
things.
Yes, we're gonna do this. Merry
Right.
Christmas.
Merry
ladies. Merry
Christmas.
Christmas to
We're
you.
gonna be sending you guys some holiday greetings throughout the the time that we're off. But please tune in next week so that we can all kind of do a recap of our 2022 and what we're looking forward to in 2023.
Absolutely.
So with that being said, good night, everybody, and thank you so much for tuning in. We will see you next week.
Yes. Bye.